All right, everyone. Here we are with ticker symbol TLRY, Tilray Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back. And let's jump into this chart. So Tilray Inc. has actually been very volatile in a sideways movement. It's kind of leveled off at a point where it's slightly above yesterday, but the 50-day moving average caught up to it. So once it broke through resistance, it needed to continue to pull away so that this would not happen. So we're seeing it happen right now, and we're seeing where the chart is at, and we're going to look at this closely, what's important for tomorrow. But after this run, the bulls need to break through the resistance that we're about to talk about, and if they don't break through it, this could be on its way below the 50-day moving average by default. Not because the bears got control and completely destroyed it. I mean, that could happen too, but not because of that, but because if they're just kind of hanging out sideways and they don't really do anything, at some point, the 50-day moving average is going to catch up to it. And then the stock, even if it stays in the same place going sideways, is going to end up below it. And then the 50-day moving average will be above it. And the bears are going to have leverage to bring this down to newer lows. So keep that in mind. So we're going to look at this closely and what's important for tomorrow as we move our new resistance levels to its new points and our new support levels. Our support level is slightly below the 50-day moving average, which is another thing too. When the 50-day moving average is above support, I usually would recommend using the 50-day moving average as a midway support to see how it's reacting between the 50-day moving average and the support level to see if the bears are gaining control or if the bulls are actually reappearing to bring this back up. So let's look at this real quick. The highest point reached here was 1274. 1274 is the highest point reached. I'd write that down. That's going to be the most important resistance level for the bulls in the next coming days and weeks. Super important point, because that's what's going to get this to newer levels of highs, new resistance levels, and newer points further into bullish territory, moving further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. So TLRY stock has to break through the first resistance level before getting there, but Tilray Inc. definitely needs to work its way there and break through it to see new highs. Now, to start the catalyst and start to work their way up towards that, they need to break through 1123. 1123 is important for the bulls, and I want to emphasize it because it's going to stop them from getting below the bearish territory, because the 50-day moving average is literally right there. And also, it's going to pull them away from it, breaking through the resistance level, turning it into a support, and they're on their way to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. Super important for the bulls to break through it, turn that into a support, and start to reach new resistance levels and newer highs. So I want to emphasize that the bulls need to break through 1123. I highly suggest paying close attention to it, and the bulls need to break through 1123 and turn that into a support. If not, the 50-day moving average by default will cross over it, giving leverage to the bears. Now, on the other hand, we're currently at 1040, and if the bears decide to appear and not even allow the bulls to work their way up towards resistance and not just let it hang out sideways and by default let the 50-day moving average cross it, if the bears tear this down closer to the 50-day moving average, like I stated, which is super important, it is $9.99. If you want to just round it up, it's $10 to go ahead and have it to a closer number to the current price. But $9.99 to the T is the 50-day moving average. It's super important because it lets us know on what side of the chart we're in. If we're below it, obviously we're in bearish territory, and if we're above it, we're in bullish. So as it gets closer to the 50-day moving average, like I stated earlier, I highly recommend using it as a support level reference. Obviously, this is our support here down here at 963, but you can use it as a point of reference to know where this is heading and pay close attention to the behavior of this stock if it breaks through the 50-day moving average between that point of 9.99 and our support of 9.63, because the bulls can reappear and bring this back up, even though it's the beginning of bearish territory. Now, if this support of 9.63 is broken through, this could be well on its way to newer lows and pull further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. If that happens, your next support level, which is one of the lowest points reached as this continued to fight to stay above the 50-day moving average and the bulls try to stop the bears from bringing them down, the lowest point reached was down here on 920. I'd write that down, 920. But before getting there, 963 needs to be broken through, and my emphasis is pay close attention to the behavior of this stock. How quickly is it moving to newer lows? Or are the bulls trying to reappear and bring this one back up into bullish territory? As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit that like button to let me know you watched this video. So, trivia question. What is the highest point that Tilray Inc. has reached in this stock, and why is it important to break through it, and what does it mean for the bulls? What is the highest point reached, obviously, which was reached today, right? As the day started, what was the highest point reached? Why is it important? And what does it mean for the bulls? I look forward to seeing your guys' comment down below and answer the question. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video. In that video, we'll be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. The charts and the dates speak for themselves. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just there to share with you, and so that you guys can be enlightened on something that many people aren't aware of or overlooking, or they are aware of it, but they're not too sure about it. So I break it down in the video, but just to summarize it, if the S&P 500 index is rising up several points, there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but per share that does add up, and profits are profits. Check out the video. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything or guaranteeing profits, but it is a strategy that can help you maximize profits and minimize your losses. Don't miss out on it. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments and thoughts on what the video pertains to and what you guys learned down in the comments of that video. It should be popping up soon if it hasn't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.